named in late 2020. There's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll look to throw now on first down. Returning right back to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Seahawks at 9-1 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught, and he'll be out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 2, rolling to his right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. It's Howell. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He's going to let it go again. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
19.
Back to throw here. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A give to Gibson running right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Howell. He finds his man, complete. It's Davidson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
2nd down and 3. Once more, Gibson. He will push his way down to about the 14. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. We're scoreless after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Fourth down, Howell. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Seahawks 9.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Seahawks take over first every day at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Let's go now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Prove it, my team.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to air one out. Touchdown, Seahawks. Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially in the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And this is going to be a Commanders' first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 7th play in the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. They'll roll him out right. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now on first down. He'll drop to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over us. He continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw again on second down. Howell. He completes this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Another throw for Howell.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Howell throwing on third down here. Out left to Dotson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So here we go, 4th down. Howell
Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Makes it 3rd and
60, trap 60. Check smash, check smash. Check smash, check smash.
Looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 40, past the 20, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection that led to the block.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Howell looking to throw again.
He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
A 41-yard gain. First down, Commanders.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
On first down, Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they go play action with Howell.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards.
It's Howell with another throw.
And that is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Second down throw for Howell.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Commanders 30, Seahawks 20. Tyler Bass sends the kickoff.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The slot man in motion right. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Give to Walker on the read option. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Powell steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go again with Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And Howe will throw it.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 44 yards out.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play.
Here's Bass now to send it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready, break.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
A give running right, Gibson taken down at the 47-yard line. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Powell.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Off play action, it's Howe.
And that is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
Fourth down, Howell. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
He lets it fly for Lockett, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Ready up. Crack on lead.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
First down, Howell to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Davidson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
34 yards to gain that time. Another first down. On the counter, Gibson.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Tackle made by Chase Young.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
A quick throw out to Lockett.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go play action. Howell.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
First down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
81 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson,
60 yards.
And the Commanders are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 15-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but...
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington is going to win the football game. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 2nd and 10, Powell slings this deep for McLaurin. And now here is another interception. Picked off by David Long. And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Powell throwing on 1st down here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Powell, another throw on 2nd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.